All right, welcome everyone. Here we are back again. I'm going to go into this Jag R3 Spec Championship, and here we go. Earn the Jag CX75 R3 Spec by 100% completion in the limited time series, pushing beyond what was previously thought possible. Yeah, obviously. Okay. So what's the rewards here? 10, 25, 55, 110. So that's actually pretty pretty standard these days. Yep, been lent the car. Okay, let's go in and look at the upgrades. 100,000. Let's say 100,000 more, so 200. Round that one down, 270. Uh, 355, I think. I'm not the best at math. Looks like 440. 505. And like 580. So about 580,000 race dollars. It looks like. I'll probably just do whatever I get to tonight and then add, watch an ad or two. I'm not going to watch enough ads to take them all down. So, yeah, let's go see how it works here. So I'm actually going to turn all the assists off to put that up and make sure I've got this set right, because I've gotten to the point that I normally keep it off, but I did turn it on today because I did a pretty long farming race. So yeah, I mean, it seems to handle pretty good. Decent brakes. You know, obviously I'm getting in the back of these guys. Just gotta get it figured out. Good and good and hard on the brakes there. Go ahead and get ahead of him. That turn right there is always a very good indicator of how much grip the car has, and you can get way out here. That's an indicator of how much grip the car has as well. You know, how fast you can take that turn. I'm not as bad a driver as I'm sort of showing right here. I'm just trying to take the car, you know, right out to the edge of what's normal. That's actually a very, very far back braking point. I don't know if I'm actually going to get, yeah, I guess I can. I think I'll get a chance to go try that again. I don't want to win this one by much. I was going to see if it would take that corner flat out, but it won't, or I ran too far wide to get it to work, and I'm just going to sort of slow down and coast it from here. I think I'll actually just stop. Because I will, I'll complete this series with the service in the red. I don't. I mean, I always complete the limited events with with the service in the red. It's just, you know, kind of how I do it. So speed record at Monza. One thing about these limited time series that I notice a lot is they have a lot of speed snaps and drag races and that sort of thing. You know, I really don't think they have a purpose. I think they're just there to, you know, keep you from just running the whole series with the service in the red or whatever. No need to run it in the wall there. You'll get plenty more chances. This is a fun track. Actually, this is a very fun track to drive. This is one of the tracks on the game that I wish they would release an older version. This overpass right there that we just came under, the big one, not the small one. That's actually a part of the old track. There used to be a giant oval. Well, there still is. It's still there. They don't maintain it. There used to be a giant oval track here at Monza. It was about 2 miles around, I think. It might have even been more. I wish they would have that on the game, and then have a version of the road course that doesn't have the chicanes, just the old, very, very fast racetrack. I think I think with modern cars that would actually be a very, very fun track to drive if there was a way to have, you know, runoffs and stuff like that to actually make it safe. Because I mean, you have to make it safe. You know, you can't have guys getting killed out on racetracks. I mean, obviously, you know, accidents can happen. There was a driver killed at Le Mans a handful of years ago, maybe just 2 or 3 years ago. Just a freak accident, though. You know, not something like Senna or you know, Dale Earnhardt or Adam Petty or something like that, where, you know, they were killed just sort of because of negligence by the sanctioning bodies to really, you know, think about what we're doing as far as the cars and all that. So I think one of the big issues with cars and stuff is that the cars have gotten so powerful that it's just, you're just right on the edge. And even you know, even Dan Weldon, that was just foolishness. Should have never happened. But anyway, I got onto that thinking about, you know, the fast turns at Monza and stuff like that, and how that would actually be pretty cool to run. Let's see. there are a small handful of cars on the game that can take that 130R turn flat out, and I wanted to see if this one was one of them. It looks like probably not. I guess it may have exponentially more grip when you get it fully upgraded, but probably not. You're probably not going to be able to take 130R flat out. The handful of cars that you can take it flat out in, you can take it flat out in the LMP1 cars. You can take it flat out in the Formula One cars. The P1 GTR can do it pretty much flat out. At least I think it can. I don't think I had to get off the throttle when I did it for the weekly time trial this week, but I could be wrong there. I'm wrong on a lot of things. But I do actually think that one has enough grip. I can probably take it flat out now, now that I ran off track there. The Ferrari FXXK probably has enough for it. Oh, this is not even close. I had lost the back end, pretty much by the entry of the turn. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just something I'm kind of noting as I'm just sort of getting it down, figuring out how to drive the car, where to brake, sort of where to get in the turns, where to get back on the accelerator. Ran a little bit too wide there. Obviously that would have been a foul on a time trial lap. I think if I had one thing to pick on the game, I would like to see, as far as the driving mechanics, I mean, obviously everybody wants more racetracks. We didn't get one this time. Say what you will, they've already done the programming for the New York City Formula E track. So, we should probably expect to get that one sometime in the future. They did it for some big simulator, so, I would think all the renderings and everything are already there. It's just a matter of getting it programmed and packaged for a mobile format. So I would definitely expect to get the New York City E-circuit. I actually had some offers. I got selected for a couple things for that race. Could have actually gone down on the racetrack on Saturday before they started racing. I didn't because I had to work. I couldn't get it off, which, yeah, whatever. I can't be too annoyed about it. I know there are obviously a lot of people out there who aren't working, so I'm not annoyed, but I really did want to try to go. It's not often that a major event like that is, takes place, 30 minutes from your house, because that's about how long it would have took me to get over there. Maybe 45. New York City traffic's terrible. Now, obviously, that gives away where I live. Somewhere in New York City, among the 9 million people that live here. All right. So yes, I'm short on the PR there. Obviously, I knew that I was. Speed snap at the test track, dynamic circuit. Oh. I always laugh at this. This is here. You know what? I'm actually. Let me do something just for fun. I'm going to set the assists on high, and I'm going to do manual acceleration. And I want to see how much I beat it by with high assists. Did I beat it? I may not have. Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe I can't do it with high assists. I'm going to give it another try, and then I'll see what it does. It's so absurd how slow the target is on this one. So I guess 61 is what you got. So I got bronze. Yeah, I'm actually going to just go ahead back and redo this. Let me change the settings back. Yeah, all the way off. It's just it's hilarious to me how slow the speeds are on this one. You know, I just barely pumped on the accelerator after getting out of the turn, and I beat it by I don't know what 7.5 miles per hour. That's just speed snaps are a little bit silly to start with, much less that one at the dynamic circuit. It's just it's just ridiculous. Whatever. A Hunter on Silverstone Grand Prix. Obviously, the Formula One race was there this last weekend. Yesterday, I guess it was. Was Monday. So yeah, still Monday here in America. So yeah, the Formula One race was there. That was an interesting race. Not as not interesting up there like Baku was a couple weeks ago, but okay. So that's interesting. From a standing start, you can take that first turn, and then the second turn flat out. That's a sort of a benchmark for speed and grip. Well, then again, I guess the service is now in the red, so maybe that's not a very good benchmark. Anyway, British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. I haven't actually read. It would be interesting to see. And obviously, if you watch the race, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't, I guess you're not gonna have any idea. I think it was within the last 3, maybe 5 laps of the race. Both of the Ferraris had something just give way on the front left tire. They were thinking for Raikkonen that the issue was that he was, really trying to push it to keep Bottas back and behind him. But then Vettel's tire just let loose as well. Let me see, what was the distance? 180 something. All right, I'm just gonna coast it into the line here. See what we've got. That's definitely my strategy for these limited time series. Win the race by small margins, and then just go from there. Wow, I didn't actually realize that it had been 20 minutes since I started. But anyway, so there we go. One more trophy. Obviously, I'm not going to unlock this one I'll probably watch one ad for each upgrade, and then, you know, by the time I wake up tomorrow, it'll be good to go, and you know, I'll be able to throw on the gold. I think somebody posted on Facebook or wherever that it's 440 gold or something like that to do the next set of upgrades. That actually seems very expensive. I'm not going to say that's not what it is. I haven't actually gone and looked to see what the entire, you know, upgrade package and tree is, but 440 for the first set seems kind of expensive. Although it wouldn't surprise me. I also think I've seen that to fully upgrade this thing is like so it's fully customizable. I mean, I guess eventually I will fully upgrade it. See what you can do here. So obviously, I've just got the basics. Like having my cars red. It's interesting how that matte finish works. Kind of fun looking. All right. Anyway, I'll just leave that straight red. Oh, it has two. Yeah, whatever. 2 official paint jobs. I wonder if what was I going to say? Oh, I wonder if the series will have the sponsorship deals. Let me go check that out real quick, and then I'll be done with this. Thanks for hanging with me. All right. Okay, it won't even let me see it. So anyway, there we go. I hope that was fun. I'll probably be back on later this week once I get it done. I may actually do a live stream, just the last handful of races, last handful of races. We'll see what it is. So anyway, hope you get along well. Leave me a note if you have any questions, and have a good evening.